to say hi, Harvey? Oh, careful. There you go. Oh. I don't know if this was a good idea, Harvey. Hey everyone, so in today's video we are going to be talking about some luxury beauty favorites. And I feel like I'm channeling like rich sailor energy. I'm not sure with this look. And I kind of feel like I'm getting sick, so I'm like trying to film as much as I can today. But anyway, so in today's video we are talking about a bunch of my current luxury beauty favorites. Last year I did a similar video to this and I was talking about a Violet Grey sale. So I think like once or twice a year they do a 20% off everything sale. So I wanted to show you guys my picks for the upcoming event. I'll leave all the details down below, but I also included like some general luxury favorites that I've really been enjoying. So not all of these products are 20% off. I'll save the ones that aren't on sale towards the end of the video. And then I also will include like a wish list that I have going for Violet Grey sale. And by the way, if you're not familiar with Violet Grey, I like to kind of think of them as like a beauty boutique. So they kind of hand select items from different brands, typically like makeup artist favorites, and they curate a shop. So yeah, I wanted to share all of my favorites. I'll leave all the details down below for you guys. First of all, I want to talk about this product because I just have a feeling that it's going to go out of stock. It's just one of those products that, you know, a lot of people kind of lust after when it's on sale because they're just, you know, they're pricey. So they are the cream and powder eye colors from Tom Ford, and I have both shades, Naked Bronze and Golden Peach. Naked Bronze is what is on my eyes today, and I just love it. Honestly, I just talked about these in my newest wet looking eyeshadow video. I love Naked Bronze for just an easy, quick, wet looking smoky eye. I find that it's like my perfect kind of all-in-one look. I love that you get the topper with it to add that really nice glossy look on top, or you can just go ahead and use like the metallic creams on the bottom. They last really well. They're very even pigment. I mean, you definitely get what you pay for with these. The looks that I get are so like very elegant and effortless to get there. So when you can get such a really pulled together pretty look very easily, I feel like that is what luxury makeup can often give you. I wore it on New Year's Eve, absolutely love the makeup look. By the way, if my makeup in this video starts running, so I decided to wear the NYX Jumbo Pencil as like a tight line today. It did not work, and it's not working. I can tell that it's not working. So yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous cream eyeshadows. I do have some other eyeshadows that I wanted to talk about. Let's just start with this one. So this is from MAC. It is the MAC Extra Dimension Shadow in Smoky Mauve. And again, this is 20% off. And I used this in an Instagram reel. I just really, really love this since I swatched it. It's this really gorgeous, it's very thin. It's a powder shadow, but I just love the purple tone. It's very reflective. I love that it's not like super glittery either. It just has a really nice, even, smooth reflection to it. I love the color. I love that it's a very soft mauve shade. You know, there are a lot of mauves that lean a little bit dark, and I like that this one is a little bit lighter and brighter. Applies super evenly on the eyes. They have a bunch of colors that are on sale, but like this is the one that I have and I really, really enjoy. If there's any that you guys think I should pick up, leave them down below. Oh my god, this NYX Jumbo Pencil. Lasts great on the eyelids, but not for the waterline. Okay, as far as complexion products go, I have a couple of options here. So I have the Koh Gen Doh Aqua foundation. That's what I'm wearing on my skin today, as well as the Giorgio Armani. Both of these are on sale. Let's first start with the Armani. This foundation is absolutely gorgeous if you love a really perfected, polished looking skin without a ton of coverage. I think that it can often be difficult to find a product that, you know, has that really natural, natural, blurred, perfected look with a, you know, more skin-like luminous look to it without being really dewy or without having like a ton of coverage. You know, a lot of perfecting foundations tend to lean on the heavier coverage, and I just find that this one is so beautiful. It's going to look like skin. Again, I have the shade 2. I feel like I could maybe even use the shade 3 because I think shade 2 is like just a touch too yellow for me. It's just a really beautiful foundation, very consistently pretty on the skin. It's definitely a winner. I also like the concealer too. You guys know I'm really picky with concealers. It's a touch light coverage for me, but I really like the perfected, like, smooth look that it gives. It's definitely a cult favorite for a reason. Again, it just has a really nice balance to it. And the Koh Gen Doh Aqua, I think, has a little bit more coverage than the Giorgio Armani. It has less shades, which is a reason I don't talk about it a lot, and it's, you know, this is an expensive product. I typically only like to recommend it when it's on sale. 20% off is definitely gonna go a long way with a product like this. But again, I'm wearing it on my skin today. It's just one of those, like, it just comes to mind when I think of wedding foundations. It looks like skin, but it still is super buildable, and you can definitely get more coverage out of it. A lot of buildable foundations like tend to start looking heavier, but this is like very photo ready makeup that photographs really well, but also in person looks good. It has that, you know, that perfect mix of qualities that I think makes for a really good, you know, like photography foundation. And there's a lot of like photo ready makeup products that do not look good in person. So that's always kind of the struggle when you want to photograph well, but you also want to look good in person. This is definitely a good product for that. Okay, next up, I just talked about these in my last video on how to apply cream blush, but the cream blushes from Keira White are definitely a luxury favorite across the board. The shade Blossoming is a shade that I absolutely adore for just a perfect everyday pink shade. The shade Inner Glow as well as Joyful are, again, two favorite shades. If I had to recommend like one product from Keira White, it would be Inner Glow. This shade is perfect for sculpting the skin. If you want a blush that also can really sculpt and add just, it's like the most natural contour that doesn't read as contour because it's more of just like a cool toned kind of mauve shade. I have a little bit on, but let me like show you. I'll add a little bit more so you guys can get a better idea. But like, do you see how it just adds this shadow? And you're like, it just adds that bit of sculpt without it reading as something that is really heavily shaped out. It just gives you the most natural look on the cheeks. There's a ton of different shades to choose from. Keira White did recently have like a 25% off sale, but if you missed it and you still wanted to get 20% off, you can check out the Violet Gray sale. As far as other luxury formulas go, Westman Atelier is definitely one that comes to mind for me. I personally, as far as like one of my favorite products from them, it's the lid up stick. I actually didn't wear any today. I was planning on it. And this is the shade Nectar. This is just like the most gorgeous balmy highlight with a touch of a peach to it. Very reminiscent of like the Chanel Essential Balm. This one is a little bit more dewy than that one, but if you are just a fan of that really pretty like skincare kind of highlight look, these are really exceptional for that. They just add this really pretty radiance, and I like that this one has a bit of that peachy shift. It makes it different. You know, it's just not like a clear balm. That peachy shift adds just, it makes it look more skin-like somehow. A little bit more like perfected. I'm not sure how it does it. It's just a really, really gorgeous highlight. Their cream blushes are also really pretty. This is the shade Petal. I personally though, like, I'm just gonna throw it out there, though I do like these, for me, I prefer the ones from Keira White. Westman Atelier does have some like really pretty shades, but just Keira White in general, I find that it's the formula just gets along with me a little bit better. But in general, I just find that I reach for this formula over the one from Westman Atelier, but I did want to throw it out there. The Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist is also a luxury product that I've loved for a really long time, and it's another one of those items that I'm like, y'all, like, try to get it on sale because it's just such an expensive product for what it is. But it really is one of the best mists out there if you really want that gorgeous glass skin look. If your skin is feeling really dull, if it needs that moisture, if you really feel like you're just lacking the luminosity, your foundation isn't really meshing into the skin, this is great to prep. It's great to set down the makeup. Like, I have worn some foundations that they didn't look good on my skin, and this has like saved the makeup look because I applied it on top, used a sponge to like mesh everything in together, and this is really like one of those kind of like makeup saving products. That's why I always have it on hand. I feel like when you're in those instances, you're like, I feel like this is a good product to have, and you're willing to spend a little bit more money on a product that can save your makeup, especially if you need to like get out the door. So I'm always glad to have this. And also the ingredients are really nice too. Beautiful like camellia seed oil, I believe, in there. Just a very luxurious fine mist. I mean, the bottle is stunning too. Now the lip combo that I have on is one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a favorite. This is like my most used lip product probably, or lip duo, like within the last 2 years since I found it. So it is the Happikiss Balm in the shade Pillow Talk. So this is like the most gorgeous hybrid lipstick, lip balm, liquid lip balm kind of formula. It feels ultra plushy, and it's not too glossy. It feels nourishing. It has a hold to it, which I really love. And it just offers this pillowy look to the lips, never drying, never overly glossy. You don't like have to worry about the product. But in general, I just love the texture, like that plushy, enveloping feeling. And I love that it's not too pigmented and it's not too sheer either. It's just, ugh. It's such a good formula. And then Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk is just like one of my most used lip liners ever. And I always use these two together. As far as more Luxe sunscreens that you can purchase, they do have Supergoop. I am interested in their Glow Oil. I'll talk about that in a second in my wish list. But these are the two that I know are on sale and I have tried personally. So Glowscreen and the Mineral Matte Screen. So the Mineral Matte Screen, I like to use this over makeup as a reapplication technique. So I find that like over makeup, it applies so beautifully. It like gives the skin this really pretty blur. If you have like light to medium skin tones, I really feel like you're not going to notice it over makeup. It has this kind of fluffy silicone blurring texture to it. And when you apply it, it just kind of blurs everything with it. Never greasy. Again, it's more on the matte side. So I feel like for summer, it's a nice product if you find that you get like a little bit of oil throughout the day. So definitely a good product for reapplication. And as far as the Supergoop Glow Screen, I feel like this is just a good replacement for like a glow lotion product in the summer. So if you find that you're like, oh, Amanda, like, I struggle with sunscreen, I know I need to wear it more often, I feel like picking up this product will make you excited about putting on sunscreen because it's going to give your skin this very soft kind of bronzy glow. It's going to feel more like a primer product than necessarily like a skincare sunscreen kind of item. Of course, still make sure that you're wearing the proper amount, but this is really going to add this luminosity to the skin. I find that it gives me a touch of a bronze glow, so it's really nice if I've been self-tanning. Great for like the beach to add like, you know, that bronze glow all over the skin. Wears beautifully under makeup, wears really beautifully without makeup. So again, if you're like one of those people who are like, I need to make sure that I always have a sunscreen on hand, throw this in your makeup bag. You'll always have one, and a primer as well. Okay, let's talk about some like general luxury favorites not on sale, and then we'll get into my wish list. Okay, so the rose powder from Givenchy, I have been such a fan of it since I started using it. I haven't applied any today, so maybe I will go ahead and do that now, but you guys, it's just like such a gorgeous smoothing powder. I just find that it doesn't take away like the overall luminosity of my makeup, but it adds this gorgeous filtered effect. It's very, very thin on the skin, so it's not going to immediately look like a lot of powder. You see how it just kind of takes down the shine, perfects everything, but again, it doesn't necessarily read as powdered skin, which I love, But the reason I absolutely have been like so impressed with this is how it looks under the eyes. So let me show you. It just like, whew, it really takes down that hollow, again, without looking heavy. I honestly like powder under my eyes. Me and powder under my eyes, like it doesn't get, I don't get along with it. But this is one of the first that I like can tolerate, and I really like it on camera especially because it just gives you this nice like perfected look. For summer to have like a good powder on hand that kind of sets the makeup. This is like really nice. It feels like kind of a mix between a setting powder and like a finishing powder. It still has a nice, again, luminosity to it. It's not going to really mattify the skin, but it does just like generally take down shine and perfect and smooth. So it's definitely a good one. Okay, now this is another luxury favorite. It's a travel size though, so it is a little bit less expensive. And it's from Phlur. It is Missing Person. I have talked about this briefly before, but if you are a fan of Glossier You, this is like a very similar fragrance to that. Oh, I always do that. I always screw this off rather than pull it off. That's probably why. If you like love white musk, this is a must. It's just like warm. For me, it's like warm laundry. It's like putting on your favorite sweatshirt, maybe worn by a significant other, and it's like just coming out of the laundry. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's really, really gorgeous. Have really been enjoying that fragrance. This is a newer favorite. It is the Luxe eyeshadow from Bobbi Brown in the shade Moonstone. And oh my gosh, this is another gorgeous wet looking eyeshadow that I'm sure you guys will hear more about soon. It's a very pretty, you know, like champagne moonstone shade. It's a powder though, which I think that some of you will really appreciate. And it just, look at that glossiness. Incredibly, incredibly thin on the skin. Really adds that kind of wet impact to any look. I'm really interested in like getting into more Bobbi Brown shades. There were a couple that I wanted to buy that were out of stock. Let me apply a little bit to the eyes so you can see. So I added a bit of Moonstone to this eye. So there you can see it compared to without it. It just, whew, it is pretty, pretty, pretty. So yeah, if you are a fan of a wet looking eyeshadow, this is another one to possibly have on your radar. It is certainly luxe and beautiful. Lastly, I wanted to talk about this Gucci lip balm. So it's like the most money I've ever spent on a lip balm. I picked up the shade Rene Pink, but I now really, really want the rosewood shade. Like really, really want the rosewood shade. This is like a perfect lip balm. It has just the right amount of sheer pigment. It's not overly thick, it's very thin, but it still has a good grip to it. It's very reminiscent of like, it's like a less creamy version of the Happikiss balm from Charlotte Tilbury. It just adds this gorgeous soft color to the lips without being overwhelming. Again, I love that the formula has a grip to it, a sheerness, a beautiful blur. Not too much pigment, not too thick on the lips, not too glossy looking. I just feel like it's a beautiful kind of like sheer lipstick, and I love a sheer lipstick. I have a bunch of Gucci lipsticks. How do you guys want me to review those? I was thinking about maybe doing a standalone video, but I don't know how many of you guys would be interested in that. Just let me know down below, but this has certainly been a standout. Oh, I realized I forgot to mention something. This is another luxury favorite. Whenever I talk about this, I'm like, by the way, guys, I still really love this, and I haven't done a video on it yet. My apologies about that. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, the Dyson Airwrap to me has been 100% worth the money. It's so expensive, so I can't say like it's gonna be worth it for everyone. But for me, as far as my hair and styling it, this has replaced all of my hair tools. It's something that I look forward to using, which if you told me that like a year ago, 2 years ago, that I would look forward to doing my hair, I wouldn't believe you. But I absolutely love it. It is so easy once you get the hang of it. It becomes like so natural. I feel like my hair is just so much shinier whenever I use this, and it does not fry or dry out my hair at all. Okay, shall we talk about my wish list for the sale? I think we should. So Number 1, the Make Beauty Serum Balms. Serum Balm, like, sounds amazing and right up my alley for a lip product. I really gotta try this one. I think I might want just like one of the more nude shades, just something really easy to wear. I'm just really interested in this formula. I'm also interested in the Westman Atelier Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm. I can't believe I haven't tried it yet because I like love most liquid lip balms. So that is definitely on my list as a potential product to pick up. Also, the Zit Stickas, the Killa version, which is good for like underground pimples. They're like a micro dart patch. So, you know, they're a little bit more on the pricey side, so I always like to pick them up when they're on sale. So that might be something that I pick up, and a product that I really feel like works for those like pesky underground pimples. Okay, Supergoop Glow Oil SPF 50. This is definitely a product that I have been super interested in. Just something nice for all over the body to give you that really pretty glow. During the summer, I just, you know, I feel like a good sunscreen, like investing in a good sunscreen is usually at the top of my list for like this time of the year. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how that one would work. I also have the Surratt Beauty Expressionist Brow Pomade. I have used the clear one and I love the clear one, but they also have tinted ones. Okay, so as far as like brow pomades, this is one that I feel like no one talks about, but it is absolutely freaking gorgeous. I tried the clear one because I heard about it like years ago from Karima McKimmy, and I just have loved it ever since. I feel like this is like the easiest way to get a beautiful like soap brow look that's a little bit fluffier, and I'm definitely gonna feature it like as soon as I have it in the mail. Okay, this is something kind of interesting. So it's from DS and Durga. I haven't heard of this brand before. It's called the I Don't Know What, and it's a fragrance enhancer. So I have just in general been getting more into fragrance, and I just found like this product to be really interesting. It's a little bit more expensive, so it's definitely one of those products that I'm like on the fence about. But if you've tried it, let me know down below because I'm like very interested in what this product is all about. There are some exclusions in the sale though, so make sure that you check those out. Like I'm pretty sure Chanel is excluded, which I was kind of bummed about. All right, everyone, so those were all of my recent luxury beauty favorites. I hope that you guys did enjoy today's video. I will leave all the products I talked about down below for you guys. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in my next one.